your first time in Boston. People have been waiting a long time to see you here. You're overdue to visit our city, but thank you for coming.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
What were your impressions today when you went out there? I know I talked to you before and you said the pressure was on Veronica because she had to win or it was all over.
When I went out there, I felt pretty nervous because I knew that she was a tough player. I played her last week and she had me 4-2, 30 love, and I knew that I'd really have to play well in order to beat her. So I was nervous in the first few games. I think that was obvious. But as the match went on, I played a lot better.
What happened at 3-0?
Well, first of all, I think she was making a lot of errors when we started.
She was nervous too, I think.
Yeah, I was confident the first couple of games, and then she started to get her rhythm, and she started hitting the ball really hard, and I think I let up a little bit too.
So now you've won the cup. What is the feeling? You've played in so many international matches now. You made your first trip to Europe and were the finals of the French and the Italian and Wimbledon. But this team match is an entirely different proposition, I think.
I think so. I think you really want to win not only for yourself but for your teammates also, and for your captain, and also for your country. And I think when you're playing for your country, you have a lot of people rooting for you, and that helps a lot too.
How important is the captain out there, besides drying the racket handles and giving you a drink?
Well, I think she's pretty important. I always seem to play well when there's someone on the sidelines, and I think when I played Virginia, that helped me a lot because I needed someone to, to tell me what I was doing wrong and to really, give me encouragement.
Yesterday, we talked a long while to your mother, Chris Evert, and she said, my daughter had a slump this year when you lost 4 matches in 4 weeks. What happened to Chris Evert during that period?
Well, I think I'd been playing really well from, like January till May, and I hadn't lost a match, and I think that put a lot of pressure on me. And when I went to Europe, it was a different atmosphere and just a different environment. I think that has a lot to do with it. I seem to play a lot better here in the States because I'm familiar with everything, but I think everyone goes through it. I think you turn out better after the slump.
Well, I've been in a slump all my tennis career, so I don't feel any particular sympathy for you. And as you say, you have come out of it beautifully. You got to that Wimbledon final. You won the national clay court last week. This year, I guess in a country like America, we have to talk about that filthy substance called money because it's coming into tennis. You turned down more than $50,000 in prize money last year to maintain your amateur status. You became a pro on your 18th birthday last December 20th, I believe.
21st.
21st. I'm usually about a day off and everything. And now this year, you'll certainly make probably more than $100,000. What does that do to Chris Evert, 18 years old?
I don't think it does anything because I never see the money anyway. It just goes in the bank or goes in investments and things like that. But when I'm playing on the court, I really don't think of money. The first few tournaments I really did because it was a new experience playing for money, and it was really exciting. But now when I go on the court, I think, well, if I win this tournament's $5,000 or so, that really doesn't do anything to me.
What is it you want most out of tennis?
Well, it's hard to say. I really won't be disappointed if I'm never number 1 in the world because that's pretty tough. But I think I'd like to play to the best of my ability, and if I'm not cut out to be number 1, if I'm not physically that strong, or if I don't have all the shots, I don't think I'll be disappointed. But I'm just having a good time.
Are you having a good time?
Yes.
That's good to hear because I think a lot of people, when they reach your level in tennis, and perhaps very few have reached your level at a similar age, but when they do, it sometimes becomes a grind, and they get sick of practice, and they get sick of the pressure.
No, I really don't. I think that's their fault because they just played too many tournaments. And I'm trying to play maybe 4 or 5 tournaments and take a week off, and I think that's important because you do need a rest mentally and physically.
Well, I think you're right there. Now, Chris Evert, I know that you want to go in and take a shower. It's extremely hot out here.
The lights are hot.
We've been waiting for 2 years to see you in Boston and to get you on our network, and thanks for being with us. Congratulations for playing a very large role in winning the Wightman Cup for the United States.
Thank you.
Chris Evert, who has beaten Veronica Burton 6-3, 6-0.